The story of George Soros begins in Budapest, Hungary in August of 1930. Before he reached the age of 10, World War II broke out in Central Europe, a region he just so happened to fall in the middle of. Like many others that were chastised for their race, Soros was segregated to one of the many Jewish ghettos throughout Hitler's Germany. He managed to survive the Third Reich by finding employment with the Jewish Council, who acted as a local magistrate between the ghetto inhabitants and the Nazis.
Following the end of the Nazi regime, Soros immigrated to England, where he became a student to the London School of Economics. Within a short period, he graduated with honors and left with a PhD in economics. After he completed his education, he immigrated a second time to the United States of America, where he would soon begin building the foundation of his wealth.
Ever since George Soros has been in a position of wealth, he has been an avid philanthropist. He donates $500 million to charity annually. He started charitable contribution in the 1970s, when he gave funds to help black students attend the University of Cape Town in apartheid South Africa. He has provided efforts to promote nonviolent democratization in the post-Soviet states. To date, he has donated over $8 billion to human rights activism, some of which include African schools and Russian infrastructure building. Soros is a self-protested, strict democratic liberal. He donated $1 million to Proposition 19 in California that would decriminalize marijuana, which was not passed. He once stated that removing President George W. Bush from office was his central goal in life. He even went as far to say that he would sacrifice his entire lifetime earned fortune if he could be guaranteed the removal of President Bush from office and that he would not get reelected. Instead, he donated $25 million to groups against George W. Bush in 2004, unsuccessfully.
Soros worked a few different jobs when he came to New York, but it didn't take him long to found his own business, which became known as Soros Fund Management. Today it is a multi-billion-dollar operation that serves as a stock investment.
Today, Soros focuses his attention on the problems that he finds in the free market system and argues against the corporate freedom that business leaders are taking advantage. His goal is to break up the multinational companies who he believes to be doing more damage to the middle class, which allow the top 1% to benefit. His theory is that GATT and the WTO have accidentally triggered a path to destruction. In 1947, GATT, or the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trades, was created to help rebuild Europe after Hitler's destruction of it. It is a set of protocols that were to be used between nations to make trade less complicated and more effective. Today, it has evolved into a global organization known as the World Trade Organization, or the WTO. He thinks that it would have worked. However, due to the 4 billion people coming out of Southeast Asia, it has imploded upon itself. Soros believes that it has created the perfect environment for the ruling corporate elites to utilize the cheap labor of the Third World and drain the First World of its wealth. His mission in life is to reverse this effect.